Hi, my name's Andrew, and if you have a job in a restaurant or construction or roofing, these are 10 simple ways that you can relieve foot pain naturally starting right now. When I used to wait tables in a retirement home, my whole body would be aching by the end of the shift. So I started doing this circuit where I'd stand narrow, then wide, then legs crossed, then shifting my hips, and whenever I could, I'd lean up against something or steal a few minutes to sit down. It wasn't a total cure, but the more positions I tried, the better my muscles and joints felt. In high school, my track coach made us stretch for half an hour before and after each run, and I hated it. So when I got out of college, I just stopped. And the amazing thing is, I haven't had a single injury since. What I learned is that tight muscles are easy to tear, so it's better to warm up with dynamic movements like walking or yoga or simply flexing your body. Back in 2017, I got a job as a shoe salesman, and working 8 hours on concrete was just brutal. So I started trying a bunch of different shoes, from high cushion to low cushion to zero drop, but nothing helped. Until I bought a pair of 3mm thick barefoot shoes called the Primus Lite. And within 1 week, the pain was gone. It seems counterintuitive, but once I went super thin, it was like my feet could flex and roll naturally, so the concrete actually felt smooth and supportive, unlike my cushion shoes, which were squishy and got worse the longer I wore them. My Primus Lights even worked for weightlifting back when I used to leg press 500 pounds, and although there aren't any steel-toed barefoot boots as of yet, you can find a lot of hiking boots with some really decent grip and protection. In high school, I helped my dad lay shingles on his roof, and even after a couple days, my feet and legs were burning. What I found is that if I climbed the rungs on my forefoot, it put a ton of strain on my calf muscles, so I started climbing with my heels on the rung, and that was a lot better. The other problem was when my feet faced upwards on the roof, it was stretching out my Achilles tendon, so whenever I could, I started working with my toes pointed downwards. Like I said, I never stretch anymore, but a great alternative is rolling your arch out on a lacrosse or tennis ball or just with your fingers. Heat can help too, and you can even do some massaging while eating or watching a movie to save time. The key is to feel around for tight spots up and down your legs, because oftentimes tightness in your arch is actually caused by a knot further up your calf muscle. Standing mats feel great at first, but over time they actually make foot pain worse because they're so squishy your feet have to work twice as hard to keep you stable. They're nice to have around for a little variation, but a thin pair of barefoot shoes on a firm floor will give you a lot more comfort and support for long hours. When I started middle school track, my mom took me to a run specialty store, and because my arches were low and I was overpronating, the salesman recommended stability shoes and inserts. Initially, they seemed to help with the arch pain, but over time, I just kept getting injured. So when I started using barefoot shoes, I just threw out my inserts, and after the first year, my ankles got stronger and my arches went from low to medium. The moral is the inserts are great for short-term healing, but they're stiff and clunky, and if you wear them for more than a few weeks, they can end up making your feet weak, messing with your stride, and sending shocks straight up your knees and hips. Most people don't realize this, but nutrition actually plays a huge role in how flexible your muscles are and how much stress they can take. Magnesium especially is responsible for relaxing the body, so if you've got a lot of tightness, some foods that can help are almonds, flaxseed, black beans, quinoa, spinach, and dark chocolate. If it's really bad, you can try adding a supplement like Cal's magnesium glycinate. Sometimes your body is just burned out, and no matter how many remedies you try, it just can't keep up. So the best thing to do is just get some rest. But if you absolutely can't stop, then at least make sure you're sitting or lying down as much as possible and getting high quality sleep every night. The unfortunate truth about the world we live in is that a lot of jobs are designed for machines, not human beings. So if you're coming home every day feeling like what you're doing is unsustainable, then it might be time to start looking at a different line of work. That said, you don't have to change your whole life right now, but just spending 5 minutes a day thinking about your ideal career can lead to opportunities that you didn't even know existed. Just as an example, I built this YouTube channel from 0 to more than 9,000 subscribers in 1 year. And all I did was take my life and career experience and put it into a few minutes of video every month. Man, Working at a standing job is hard, so I hope you got some good tips from this one and that your feet and body and mind start feeling better really soon. If you want to rewatch anything from this video, I put timestamps down below, plus a link to a written guide for everything that we talked about in this video. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Peace.